Hi there, this is AniBusiness with your friend Simeon. Happy New Year to every one of us watching AniBusiness. You're welcome to 2024. I pray this year favor us in all our farmings. All right, let us discuss the essential feed ingredients that can make us have profit in 2024. 2023 is bygone. Some of us made it in the livestock business, and some of us, yes, still in the process of learning. I don't want you to be discouraged, and I don't want you to feel like the business is not good. I don't want you to give up. The business is good. And I believe in 2024, if we join our hands together and work together, things are going to get better, and we are going to see the beauty part of this business. So for us to see the beauty part of this business and to also have a profit is the reason why I want to share these few ingredients with us. Ingredients that will make our pig to grow faster, that will make our pig to do well, that will make our pigs to give us results within a short time is what I want to discuss with you. But oftentimes, when I mention ingredient, I do tell you that your breed, the kind of breed you have, is very, very vital when it comes to pig farming. You can't have a poor breed like a local breed and be looking out for a good result in 6 months, in 7 months, in 8 months. No, you must have the right breed, the breed that has the gene, the breed that have the body to grow faster, to give you the kind of result you want in 6-8 months. So you must first of all have that before you think of giving them a good feed that will do what, that will enhance their growth. If not, it's really going to be hard for you making it again in 2024. Yes, in 2023, I had few news that yes, some people made it in the business and they were telling those who are being discouraged that the business is not profitable, that they should not discourage others, that the business is profitable, only that they haven't figured out the right way or the skills to make it work in the business. So let's start with the essential feed ingredients that we can use to fasten the growth of our animal, or rather the right ingredients we can mix together to give our pigs so that they can give us a good result. My name is Simeon O. James and you're watching AniBusiness. Please, if you are new on my YouTube channel, kindly subscribe and don't forget to turn on the notification bell so that you can get notified whenever time I drop another update on pig farming, rabbit farming, chicken farming, or fish farming. Number one is your PKC. I told you that your PKC contains a lot of fat and your PKC contains energy. The feed ingredient will not only give you fat, it will also give you energy, which means in as much as your pig are adding much body, as they are getting enlarged, they will be having weight. So the fat will help them to grow, to get enlarged, and also the energy in that feed will do what? Will help them to have weight. So that is two things in one. However, PKC are into two types. We have the industrial one and we have the local one. The local one is the best one that I will advise you to buy from the market. If you are in Nigeria, if perhaps they do it in South Africa, they do it in Ghana, Uganda, Kenya, Zambia, Zimbabwe, Rwanda, or any part of Africa you're watching me from, or if it is outside Africa that you're watching me from, and you get the opportunity to get this PKC. PKC are palm kernel waste. PKC are derived from palm kernel. When they cut palm kernel for palm oil, red oil, they take the red oil. After that, they sell the nuts. The people that buy the nuts are to derive just one thing from the nuts, and that is the oil that is inside the seed of that nut. So once they take the nut to their place, they break it. When they break it, they take out the seed that is inside it. So they crush the seed, they fry it, and then they compress, they press it until they press all the oil that is inside. So the shaft, the remaining one, is the one they sell out as palm kernel cake. The oil is oil, that one is gone, but the shaft, the remaining ones, the grinded nut that they compress and take out the oil, the one they are no longer using, is what we call the cake. So the cake, I told you, is now divided into two parts. We have the industrial one, we have the local one, and I told you that the local one is the best. That is because the local ones, they are using local machine, and most times they don't have the time to do what, to press out 100% of the oil. So the local one, the oil that is left in the local ones are often up to something like 20, 40, 30% oil, which makes it more richer for your pig to eat and have more weight. The local one, they are not using imported machine. They are not using big machine. They are using local machine. And majority of time, they don't have the time to press all the oil out, like I told you. So I even heard that in East, some of these people, some of this industry, like local industry, that are not fully into making of the oil, they go to where they sell this local palm kernel cake. They just buy it and go to their place again. They will not press out the remaining oil in it before they sell out the shaft. So if you are buying that type of one, you are not buying a good feed. You are only wasting your time feeding them with what you are buying. So if you get the right source, like the right local palm kernel cake, then you are good to go. You are going to have good result, and your pig are going to gain more weight. The industrial one, they are over compressed, they are over pressed. They have taken out like 90 to 95% of the oil that is inside it. So they squeeze everything out of the cake, out of the nuts. So if you are buying the industrial one, you are still not buying a quality feed ingredient. So in this case, if you don't have the opportunity to get the local one and you only have the opportunity to buy the industrial one, which even tends to be more expensive than the local one, I would advise that you increase every other ingredient, like soya if you're adding to it, like GNC if you're adding to it. So all these things will help will increase the level of nutrients that the PKC is lacking behind, which is the industrial one. But if you get the local one, every other ingredient can stay within the normal range. But if it is industrial, then that means you increase times 2 or times half of other ingredients, so that the PKC can receive a balanced nutrient to give your pig. So that is that about PKC. Number 2, I will talk about the GNC. GNC is one of the vital feed ingredients you can as well use to fasten the growth of your pig. It has a lot of nutrient because it is derived from what? From our groundnut. So once our groundnut are taken from the ground, if they are harvested, they dry it. After they dry it, they break it, they take out the nut out of it, which is the seed. And after they take out the seed, they fry it. After they fry it, then they grind it. After they grind, then they press. Or there are machines that grind and press at the same time. So you should watch out too. We have watermelon granules that they call groundnut, they sell out as groundnut. We have the seed that they sell out. If you are not careful, you will think it is groundnut because it is more or less like groundnut cake. Only if you know the difference between the two that you can tell that seed is black and groundnut cake is a bit light in color. So that is that about that. And most times some of these people too, they press. If you get the industrial one, they over press it, and what you are going to get is just a light groundnut cake. But if you get the local ones, those that get a local fabricated machine and they are using it to press the oil, you can get the one that are up to 20, 30 or 15% good, that still have enough oil in them. All this oil will serve as a fat, and also it has protein and energy inside of it that is going to give to your pig. So when you mix the two together with other ingredients, be sure that you have increased the level of protein, increased the level of energy, increased the level of fat, increased the level of other ingredients needed in the feed you want to give to your pig. That is that about that. Then number 3, I'm going to talk about soya beans. There is processed soya and there is full fat soya. All this processed soya, they are much more outside than the full fat, and the full fat are more expensive. What is the difference between the two? The difference between the two is the full fat is 100% soya. Nothing is taken out of it. But the other one that is not full fat are pressed out. Either they have taken 1 or 2 things out of it, or they are not complete. Maybe 80 or 90% complete. So they are not as complete as the full fat. So the process are quite different from each other. And you as well on your own, if you are not getting the ones at the store, the one that is not full fat, you can make a full fat by yourself. Just get soya from the market. If you have enough dish, like enough pot or anything wide, you can use to fry it. Fry it with fire. After you fry it finish, you do what? You grind it. When you grind it, mix it with your feed. You are good to go. That is a full fat soya. It's even richer than the other one. And if you are going to use full fat, for instance, I give it two, that one is it's not full and the other one is full. So if you are going to use 100 kg of the one that is not a full fat soya in your feed, and you have to get full fat, don't bother yourself, don't trouble yourself, just get 50%, like 50 kg of the full fat. That 50 kg already have times 2 of the necessary ingredients needed. So it is more expensive, like I told you. So if you are buying 100 again, you are wasting your time, because you are buying like times 3 or times 4 of the money you are supposed to use to buy the other one, which is not full fat. So, and you have increased the necessary nutrients inside the feed like times 3 or times 4. What that one should have do twice or 3 times, this one you are putting will still do it. It will escalate the level higher because it is full fat. So that is that about soya. Soya has protein, it has little touch of energy, and it has fat inside it a little bit too. I cannot do but to talk about wheat bran. People do ask me, can I use rice bran? Of course you can use rice bran, but rice bran and maize bran are not as rich as wheat bran. I've used it and I've seen the difference between the two. But it's not like they are not good. They are good and they are going to do their work. These 3 things I listed have what we call fiber and energy. That is what they have inside them. And they have just a little touch of protein. But inside them all, wheat bran have 70% or 16% of protein, which is more good. It will serve as an additional protein to every other ingredient you have at the farm, and which will increase the level of protein you have in your feed. So when you understand all these feed ingredients and how they work, you'll be able to do what to formulate a good feed. But in a case where you cannot formulate, you can reach out to me. I'll do that for you for a token. I have my own formula. I can raise that help, but with a token. I don't give it out for free. Your maize bran is all about energy and fiber. Your rice bran is all about energy and fiber, although they have little protein inside of them, but not much compared to the one of wheat bran. Wheat bran have more and also have higher level of fiber compared to other. So you can use that, but you can only use wheat bran. You can mix it with all these ingredients I listed. It just depends on the ratio, like the range. Okay, this is 30 kg, this one should be 40 kg, this one should be 50 kg. So you gather everything together and this will form up a concentrated feed that you are supposed to buy outside. You don't need to waste money buying a concentrated feed outside. Just understand how all these things work and you'll be able to formulate a good feed. So another one is fish meal. Fish meal, poultry meal, feather meal, blood meal. All these things are just one thing. They do one work, one specific work, and that is protein. They increase the level of protein. They give protein in all your feed. You know, all the feed I've been listing, I've been talking about their work, what they have, the nutrient they have. And it's all about energy and fat, etc., etc. So I only talk about the protein, that they only have minor protein inside them. But what I just listed now have higher protein. They have up to 60, 70, some have 82, and some have 70-something% protein, which is really good for the growth of your pig, especially if you have the one you are fattening or you have the one you are raising from pets, the winners. You mix it with all the ingredients I'm listing and they are going to do well. So you see your pig growing and they will give you good result at the end of the day. Although if you want to use blood meal, I don't advise you use fresh blood, because the blood you are getting from wherever you are getting it, some of these animals they are killing have diseases. They have diseases, a lot of diseases that I really do not know much about. So some of these animals, and that's the reason why they used to advise that the elderly people should not eat red meat, or if they want to eat, they should cook and parboil it very, very well before they eat, because they know that some of these animals they are slaughtering have one thing or the other. So if you're not getting fresh blood from that animal, and inside this blood is what all these diseases runs, so and you're not feeding it to your pig fresh, you know you are building rooms for disease at your farm. So when your pig contract anything, it will be a problem from what you are giving them. So that is that about that. Either you buy fish. To get your fish meal is not hard. Go to the market where they sell fish, smoked fish, dry fish, the broken one, the waste one, the dust. Buy them together. Take it to all these women that used to grind cassava, that used to grind maize, all these people that used to grind something. Just tell them to help you grind it. That's all. They will help you grind it. If they grind it, the dust you have is your fish meal. That's why you don't need to struggle to stress yourself to anywhere. Just go to market where Hausa people used to sell smoked fish. Yes, buy the smoked fish. And it's not the fresh. If you are buying the fresh one, the complete one, the good one, it will be expensive. Just tell them if they have the dust, the waste, the broken one, you dry them if they are not well dry. And if they are well dry, just package it in your sack, take it to a grinder, let them grind it for you. Once they grind it for you, that's your fish meal. Mix it with all the ingredients you have, mix up everything all together. You have protein inside your feed already. And the one of poultry meal is something you can get outside, so you get it from outside, and that's how it's going to work out for you. So that is that about protein. And there is another one I would like to tell you, which is the sludge from the palm oil. Sludge from the palm oil. If you usually go to where they make palm oil, like if you are living in Ondo, Akure, Delta, and to some of this eastern side where they make a lot of palm oil, just go to all those in industry. The sludge, that is the one at the buttock, the thick palm oil, or the waste that sink down to the buttock of the palm oil. I have a little experience about how to make palm oil locally. So the real palm oil, when they boil it, it will go up, but the sludge, which is the waste, will come down. So the ones that come down, which is the sludge, is the one I'm telling you. Go to that place, buy the sludge all together, mix it with all your feed. That is a very high fat feed ingredient. Just mix it and give it to your pig, and you will see them do well. So all these things are the things you are supposed to mix together. If you can get poultry feed, the rich one, like Top Feed, Ultima. I don't know much about chicken, but these are the tools that I use the most. You can as well use Breedwell, Top Feed, Breedwell, and Ultima. All these are good feed. Either you buy the starter or you buy the grower. So you mix it with other ingredients you have. These things will still help to boost their growth. All these are the necessary or essential ingredients you are supposed to get to make your pig do well in 2024. 2024, we farmers, we pig farmers, and other livestock farmers are supposed to take over. And to take over, we have to do the right thing, to buy the right thing. Some of these ingredients are not expensive, and some of them are expensive. The ones that are expensive, buy little of it, and buy the ones that are not expensive, buy them much. Like if you're supposed to buy 100, you buy 150. If you're supposed to buy 100 of this, you buy 30. So that 50 would cover up for the one you are supposed to buy 100. So that's how you do it. And the higher this one is, don't think maybe because this one has more nutrients, that's why it's expensive, and because I did not buy much of it, I'm not going to get result. No, by increasing this one to 150, the 50 at the top has extra nutrient that will add up to the 30, which is the 80 you reduce. The 50 from this place will represent that one, and it will help increase the level of that one. So that is just how to do all these things all together. If you don't know, if you are ignorant of this, you will be spending money, and at the end of the day, you will see yourself not getting enough change after selling your pigs. So these are how these things work. If there are other things you want me to talk about, please feel free to drop a comment under this video or a question under this video. So that is all about this video. My name is Simeon Ojin. I'm a young farmer in Nigeria. I stay in Ibadan, that is capital city of Oyo State. And to those who have been commending me over my video, that they really enjoy my video, that it helped them a lot, that they are happy, that they don't find, I'm not praising myself, but this is what you've been telling me, that you don't find some of these video you get outside this channel reliable, that once you come across my video, you are always happy because it is what you're actually looking for. I appreciate you all, and I'm praying that this year we are still going to add more value to each other. Thank you for watching my video. I really appreciate it. Bye.